Welcome to a Whirly Bear Productions podcast with me, Amber Williams. We explore film finance and distribution, featuring insights from filmmakers, entertainment lawyers, and industry experts. Derry, welcome back to the show. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. It's been good. And yeah, thanks for having me back. I'm looking forward to chatting.
Yes. So what we'll do is a quick recap, and
Yeah,
then you can tell us all about your successful marketing campaign and release with the correction unit. So tell us a bit about what the film was about.
sure. Yeah. So the Correction Unit is a sci-fi thriller about a group of young offenders we get put into an institute run by an AI played by Bella Ramsey. And in this institute, they use virtual reality and like invasive technology to alter the criminal behaviors. And we shot it all in Nottingham. And yeah, it's out there in the world now, and it's been released worldwide gradually. We're getting news from like new releases from various places around the world.
That's awesome. I mean, I've seen it everywhere online, so I think you've done really well and you've like sold out, haven't you, your screening. So tell us a bit about how you got distribution and what those conversations were like. What do you think it was about the film that grabbed them and made them want to take you on board?
Yeah, I think it's a really timely film. Like we wrote it 5 years ago, but it's about AI and it's about how AI is going to affect young people going forward. And I think now we're seeing it ingrained into our everyday life and we're pursuing it without sort of questioning what the intentions of these big tech companies that are spending so much money on AI is. So when we went to the distributor with the trailer, it was, bang on the buzzer of what they wanted to talk about, I suppose. And I think they were just really committed to it straight away. And we had a teaser trailer early on from about 10 days of filming. We sent that to the distributor. They sent in a distribution agreement straight away. And then we tried to gather the money to finish the rest of the film. That was very difficult. Like that took a long time. We ended up filming for 2 years. And then we finished filming in May of this year. And the release was in America, the release was September. So yeah, it's been a long journey, but I think the reason we got distribution is it's an action-packed thriller and it's topical and it has something to say about what is happening in the world now.
Yeah, I agree. I reckon that's why too. Um, that's good. That's some perseverance, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
and all worth it in the end, I think. How did you secure the rest of the funding in the end?
So there was a number of different sources of funding. We had an initial investment from a private investor who believed in putting a crew together in Nottingham and he wanted to make a feature film and he put in a good amount of money, but it wasn't enough for the whole film. So after we got the distribution agreement, we used that as like leverage, I suppose, to try and get some other finance. We did a small crowdfunder, which wasn't as successful as we wanted it to be, but it definitely we were really grateful for the 79 people that backed us. And then I got loans from through my business, just standard loans and put that into the film. I'm still paying them off, but hopefully they will be paid off like by next year. And we got people to invest with uh, they put money in and they would get some money back on the sales of the film. We tried to limit that type of investment, but we got three people putting money in that way. And then just any source of income we could get. Like I worked as a lecturer at local universities in the Midlands, saved up the payments that I got for that, and just banged that straight into the film. Uh, there was other ways that we got money out, so crowdfunding, private investment, and extra, side hustles, and think, family, friends as well. Those that didn't put into the crowdfunder contributed in other ways, and we got there in the end. I think the budget is, it's going to come. It's still, we're still some of the budget is still being spent, so it's looking around under £200,000 It's going to be around that. And but the film looks higher budget than that. Some people have said it could, we could tell people that it costs $500,000 and they would believe it. So that's good to hear.
That's awesome.
But
That
yeah,
is great to hear. Well done. Did you have to adapt the
thank you.
script very much to fit the budget, like, as you went along?
We did, and I think it was a big learning curve because we were updating the script with the updates with AI. So it was hard to like stay up to date with all of that, you know, development. And we decided to make it, rather than trying to keep up with technology, we decided to make it about the psychological impact of this progressive technology. That helped with budget because it meant that we didn't have to make the film look like Minority Report. We were smart with the visual effects that we used. They look great. The visual effects look really good, but we limited just how many shots that we had visual effects on. We tried to do things practically as much as we could. And the main tweaks to the script were to do with location and to do with how many actors were in the scene rather than anything else. So I think we were tweaking it. Maybe if we had a scene with 5 people, if we couldn't organize that, if we didn't have enough time to shoot the coverage for that, we'd cut 2 people out of that scene and just have 3 people doing it instead, that kind of thing. And working with young people as well. We could only film in half terms or weekends a lot of the time, and that obviously affected the script to a certain extent. But we tried to keep the structure of the script in place and the feeling of the script in place. Just some of the logistics were tweaked.
Yeah. I'm impressed. Like, it sounds like you had you're a composer to a whole orchestra of things that were moving and you adapted and you really persevered to get the film completed. So, proper indie filmmaker. It's impressive.
Thank you. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm really proud of what we did. And I think everyone that worked on it's really proud as well. And we really created a sense of community.
That-
And I'm going to work with all of these people again. It was definitely very hard, and there's a lot of things that we learned from this that we won't do on the next one, and that will be a lot easier because of that. But yeah, we've got here now, and people are now watching it, and we're getting, we're getting feedback, and it's all been positive from critics, and it's looking good. So yeah, we're just really excited to see what people in Taiwan and Malaysia think of the film. Like that's where it's going next. So it's a really exciting time.
Yeah, it must have felt awesome to sit and watch it being screened in front of an audience. Must have been very satisfying and rewarding.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we had a week of sold out screenings in Nottingham at Broadway Cinema, and that's my favorite cinema in the world. And so we had the big screen room, screen one, 250 seats in there, and they were sold out. So it was amazing. The energy in the room was like palpable. I think because it was shot in Nottingham and everyone was local, they were really excited to see it. We had a big premiere there as well that got people really buzzing, and so we're really excited about that. And I think the other screenings, I don't know what the reception is in Taiwan, but it has been in cinemas for the last 10 days there. We're now talking on the 17th of December, and it's been in cinemas for the last 10 days. Avatar is now out in cinema there, so it's gonna not be competing with that. It'll probably just be shut up. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know how that's gone, but we'll see. We're gonna find out next month how that went.
Wow. That's so exciting. Um, so what, how did, why did you use Greenlit instead of things like Kickstarter? Like, what was the benefit of that, do you think? Would you recommend it? What was your experience with it?
Yeah, the guys that run Greenlit, Pete and well, let's just say Pete. So the guy that runs Greenlit, Pete, he just got in touch and he was a good guy. He was really excited about our project and he wanted to help as best he could. So we went with those guys. I don't know if it would have been any different if we went with Kickstarter or Indiegogo or whoever else, but the Greenlit people seemed good. I think a lot of these platforms say that a lot of big money people go on their platform and just invest. I don't know if that's true. Maybe it is. Uh, we didn't get any randomers putting in money, so I don't know if you get that on Kickstarter. But yeah, they also helped me with a few other things connected to tax credits, and I know that they're considering what they can do to help people on that front in the future. So yeah, I think they were just nice, and it it made sense at the time. We didn't reach our goal because we did the crowdfunder in February 2024, and that was just after people came out of lockdown and people didn't have much cash. It was, after Christmas as well, just shortly after Christmas, and maybe that was the reason for not getting the money. We probably didn't prepare as much as we could have either. I think because we were still shooting, we were still in production.
Yeah.
So we didn't, yeah, I mean, it was just me and the two producers that were doing the crowdfunder as well as producing the film. So um, that would have affected the output. But yeah, we still got some money, and it was, it's still really useful amount.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I would try a different crowdfunder, or maybe I'll explore more techniques. But Greenlit seemed okay to me.
Yeah, they're hard work crowdfunding campaigns. So yeah, I mean, you did
Y-
well. You did raise some funds, so that's good.
Yeah.
What do you reckon your marketing budget was in the end, or do you know exactly? Have you got it on a spreadsheet? Like,
Uh,
how planned
no,
out your strategy?
not yet. We have a strategy, but we don't have a budget. And at the moment, it's kind of been we've committed to a strategy and just spent what we need to as and when we do, as and when we need. But most of the time, it's me doing marketing for free. So I'll go do talks at universities with like 50 students at a time. I'll talk about the production. I'll talk about the budget aspects. I'll break down some scenes, and then they'll hopefully go and watch the film.
Yeah,
And it's so it's been proactive in that sense. It's just been me speaking to people. But the actual budget, we had zero budget. So sometimes we use our VAT returns to put into marketing, which is just 100 quid there, 200 quid there, that kind of thing. And and that's pretty much it. Like we didn't have any money left over. So it's good to hear that you've heard about the film online and you've seen it online, because that's just come from us doing stuff for free. So we haven't, you know, had a PR person working on it. Uh, we we haven't been able to afford that.
yeah,
Um, we do have a PR person connected to our distribution company in America
yeah,
who has done they've done some bits, but maybe not much really. I kind of want more from them, to be honest. I might have to drop them a message and catch up. But we don't have PR in the UK. If someone did come along that was really cool and could help us, then I'd be interested to speak to him next year. But at the moment, we're just working off our own back.
yeah. Um, what was there in the American distribution contracts to do with marketing or kind of raising awareness?
Yeah, yeah. So they have a PR company connected to them, and in the contract it said there would be a certain amount of money spent on PR that would be claimed back in expenses. It wasn't too much; it was quite reasonable, and I think they just have like a system where they keep it. They have connections. They keep it relatively cheap in terms of they don't overspend, and they just spread the word through their connections. And I think it has worked in some aspects. I mean, the the Taiwan and Malaysia release, there's going to be quite a few, um, there's going to be quite a lot of images and press coming off the back of that, which we can use to gain other regions. And so in the next month or two, there's going to be more materials to use, which is going to be interesting. but yeah, I think in the distribution agreement they put like I think it was like 5, 10 grand down as expenses for marketing, so not much really.
And what's the rollout now? So where can we watch it at the moment, and what's the rollout looking for the future currently?
Sure, yeah. So it's on TVOD, or as Americans call it, TVOD. And like the yeah, it's on TVOD, which is available to rent on Amazon, Apple TV, YouTube, Rakuten, Fandango, all of those ones where you purchase, rentals. So you can do that now in the UK and in America. It's going to go on streaming services next year. We don't know when that is yet, and we're trying to see the results of the TVOD first, and then make a decision. I'm learning all about TVOD or TVOD, AVOD, all of these different ways of pushing the film, and apparently AVOD is the way to go at the moment for smaller films like ours. But we'll see. Then in Taiwan, it has been in the cinemas. Then it will go out on digital platform there, and in Malaysia, it's being released on digital and on DVD as well. So
Ooh.
it's released on DVD in America as well, as well as TVOD, but not in the UK yet. So we haven't got a UK distributor yet, actually. So it is available on demand, but we haven't got a distribution company in the UK to distribute it on DVD or any other platform. So we'll see how that goes.
So what are you doing to get a UK distributor? What's your plan there?
Yeah, yeah. So I was thinking it's a tough one because obviously it is available on demand. So some distribution companies in the UK may not be like some of the ones that we want to look at, the better, more suitable ones for our type of film, whether that's like Bulldog Films or um, Kaleidoscope or even Signature Entertainment. Like someone like that would be great, but they might not take it because it is on demand. I am trying to set up meetings myself with these people. Our distributor in America has spoken to them as well. I think at the moment it does seem like there's so much going on in the industry that a lot of people are uncertain about what their plan for distributing anything is next year. So there's a bit of like sort of a lull, but we'll see. I mean, I'm going to um, Berlin Film Festival in February.
Ooh.
I've got a yeah, so I've got like a setup there. I'm going to set up some meetings. Got some ideas to try and get distribution in Europe, which we haven't got yet. And then also, I'm packaging a mini series to maybe sell because I think the correction unit could be developed into like an 8-part series.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're trying to take that to Berlin, and we'll see how that goes. And we have a sales agent attached, so that's really helpful because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just like I could tell people that it'll work, but I don't know who, like no one really wants to respond to derryshillitto@gmail.com email. Do you know what I mean? But they might respond to like a sales agent.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so it's all up in the air at the moment. But it is getting a good reception and it's building a bit of a following, and we haven't even spent any money on marketing yet. So it feels like the beginning of something that might be a long-term thing. Like I know there's a lot like you're meant to launch big with a film going out. I think like that's the idea that we all have, like launch big, opening weekend, all of this stuff. I think with independent films, I don't think that matters at all. I think quite simply, you need to build a following over a long term, keep speaking to people, keep spreading word of mouth, and then it becomes a bit more of a perennial thing rather than like an instant boost because it's just not possible to do that with an
Yeah.
indie film.
That's interesting. Just keep pushing as you go along. How much of a
I think
following
that's it.
did you have as a filmmaker before the correction unit? or are you starting from scratch?
Uh,
Because it's hard building a following, isn't it?
yeah, it is. I think I've done a couple of in Nottingham. I've done some short films, and I hire a lot of people for uh, like adverts and corporate video here. So I've got connections with other filmmakers within Nottingham. I haven't. Nobody knows me as a filmmaker until this film's come out. Quite simply, obviously Bella Ramsey's involvement helps a lot. Like they wanted to be a part of the project and just jumped on board, and that's really added credibility to the project. That's
Yeah.
why they wanted to do it.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's the reason they did it. Like they just wanted to bring credibility to the project, offer a platform to the young actors that are in the film, and yeah, basically bring attention to the filmmakers, and that's helped. So now people are starting to consider it, legit thing. But it is funny. I read the press in Taiwan, and there was a article that said the correction unit is Derry Shillito's latest masterpiece.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and I was like, what do you mean the latest? It's the only film I've ever made. It's like, I think they've got me mixed up with someone else.
That's a great quote,
Um,
though.
yeah, it is a great quote.
Put that
It's
on the DVD
false.
case.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I suppose it is in the original sense of the word, masterpiece. It is my masterpiece because it's the only thing like I've done on this scale. So
Yeah.
technically, I mean, they're not lying. They're not lying. Um, but yeah,
Oh, it'd be great
so
to go
yeah,
over
building a following is hard.
there. Mm.
Oh man, I'd love to go over to Taiwan. I've just seen Left-Handed Girl, that film come out from Taiwan, and it's amazing. And yeah, I'd love to go over there. I've been to China and I loved it, but Taiwan seems a bit more of like a more liberal country, and yeah, it would be amazing to go.
Yeah. Left-Handed Girl. I haven't seen that yet. It's on Netflix, I think, isn't it? I
Maybe
think
you've
it's
heard
on
of.
my Netflix list at the moment. When you're using social media, what kind of strategies do you have on there? Like for YouTube for example, because they change algorithms all the time and kind of methods of
Yeah,
advertising. How much do you know about that?
yeah, yeah. I'm trying to adapt to it and figure it out, like using the insights that I've gathered just from the various posts that I have done myself. I think some videos get a lot of success, some don't. What we're trying to do, our main like motto is just make sure it looks good, make sure it looks and sounds good, and just keep posting consistently, but not too much, and just build from there. Sometimes some of our videos get like a great response with a lot of people watching them and liking them. Others don't, but I think our followers are building on the Instagram in particular. Um, we have a TikTok as well. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on with TikTok. Uh, and then YouTube. Yeah, no, I don't get TikTok. I don't understand it. I think
Yeah, me neither.
it feels like you have to be part of a trend on TikTok. You have to copy other things rather than being original. And I think that's been really hard to maintain because uh, it's hard to latch onto a trend and try and circle it back to your film.
Mm,
So yeah, I mean the you can advertising on TikTok can be effective though. Like occasionally, like when we've used any ads, we've kept it really cheap, but we've put like a video out with the trailer, and then we've boosted it through TikTok, and it has been effective. Like it does get a lot of people's eyes on the trailer that wouldn't normally look at it,
yeah.
and it is interesting to see that the average play time for these things is about 4 or 5 seconds though.
Yeah,
So
it's shocking, isn't
that's a bit demoralizing.
it?
Yeah.
Asking, have you seen any patterns between the videos that are successful on YouTube and the ones that aren't? Are you able to kind of figure it out along the way and adjust? Or does it just seem
Yeah,
like you have no idea?
there is some elements in terms of like I think seeing a person's face in the first 5 seconds of the video, or just straight away, just starting with someone's face, maybe a young person, maybe like someone who's attractive or has, you know, something about them. Starting with that immediately helps. And that's something I've noticed. I think also the cuts of the video have to be like really fast. And I'm 33, so I'm not old by any means, but even like I need a young person to edit these videos. Like I need like a 18-year-old or 19-year-old to like edit these videos so they can get people engaged. And I think because our market is, teenagers to young adults, like this is who we're trying to get to watch the film. We have to engage on their level. And I think, yeah, starting with someone immediately talking to camera, then going into some fast-paced action or like cool music, and then having an interview after that tends to work. But yeah, it's impossible to really predict any of this. I think there are people out there that say they can and they charge money for it. I'm not sure if they're actually just looking on Chat GPT to find out what they think is right. I don't know. Uh, yeah, but
Have you had any
yeah.
of the
How do
car?
you find it?
How do I find it? I'm not very good at social media, really. I don't enjoy it. Yeah, that's about the extent. It's really bad. All the time, I'm like, okay, I'm going to really push for social media now. I'm going to get my shit together with it. It's going to be awesome. And then it just kind of peters out. I don't like it at all, actually.
Yeah,
I can see it's very
yeah,
beneficial
same.
to businesses. And if I was a lot more active on it, um, it would be more beneficial to my career overall, I'm sure. But it just
Yeah,
doesn't come naturally to me. I can't bear it. My sister's good at it. For
yeah.
years, she's been, very active on social media, and it has paid off with her business for sure.
That's-
Yeah, there we go.
Maybe just get like an intern. I mean, what we did do actually what was really useful is we had an internship for 6 weeks through Trent Uni, Nottingham Trent Uni.
Mm,
The university paid the graduates for 6 weeks to work for my company, and that was great because I can't afford to pay them. They were getting paid full time, but it was just through someone else. So uh, and that was useful, and some of them had good insights. Something like that is really effective to have. You could probably look it up at your local university. They might have the same scheme.
yeah, I thought about getting an intern. I haven't heard about those schemes though. That sounds really good. But
It's
you're not
really
sure if
good.
it's
So what are you?
nationwide.
It might be. I think Sheffield might have something as well. Just yeah, to give it a check. I know if Trent Uni have it, then I'm sure other universities have the same thing. And I think basically it's just they try to confirm employment for graduates,
Yeah.
and yeah, they can be good. They're not the most experienced, but if you need them to do like if you need them to do admin, they'll do it, and they get stuff. It's always useful to have people available, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of social media is time consuming, just making the posts, isn't it? And making them look nice. I probably worry too much about that as well, I think. And I don't put my face on it enough. Um, yeah. I'd rather hide and just make some nice post or something, but that's not very grabbing. Yeah.
I'm with you, but yeah, the world we live in is the one which we need to slap our face on everything and make it look pretty, but not too pretty. I
Yeah.
don't know, just like it's kind of like making. I think what we realized with the campaign for this is it doesn't have to look extremely like high budget or uh, amazing. It just needs to look good enough to be online, and you need to have a consistency. And the consistency is the thing that we've struggled with because it's just me editing a lot of the time, or my mate editing these videos. So it is hard, and if you don't get the timing right of the post, sometimes that can be a missed opportunity as well.
Mm,
And but I do think, I do really, really think that the most important way of promoting a film is not social media anyway. I think it's getting out there and speaking to people, going to like festivals, going to like events, speaking to people like to their face. And Timothy Chalamet's doing the whole thing with Mighty Supreme now, and that's really effective because he's out there all the time, it seems, just saying wacky stuff, and it's actually working. Uh, so yeah, I think social media is in addition to the in-person
yeah.
stuff.
Have you got anything in the pipeline? What's next for you? Because you're not
Yeah,
busy
there's a
enough
couple of
with
things.
this.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the mad thing. It's like it's almost like the I have to now be more motivated than I was making the film because now's the time to capitalize on this film being made. So there can be another opportunity. And I think that will come, but it's just like, it's just so much work. I think we've got a couple of things planned. We're trying to package a mini series for the correction unit,
Mm,
and I'm hopeful for that. I think if we put together a Bible, maybe a pilot episode, I'm hopeful that someone might show some interest in developing it. We'll see how that goes. In terms of production, there's a film in Nottingham which we're trying to get a budget for, which is about 1 million. So it's, five, six, seven times this budget really that we had for the correction unit. And we're developing that now. We have a few people attached that can actually get access to that money. So uh, that'll be helpful. So it's going to be a co-production with a bigger production company. And if that comes through, that'll be beautiful. And we'll try and get that off. We'll try and get some sort of money, even if it's like small amounts next year, and just build from that and just try and get more people confident that it can be made. And people are actually coming to us now and saying, well, like you made a film for, less than 200 grand and it's got distributed and you got Bella Ramsey on, like maybe if you have another opportunity with a budget which is bigger than that, it might be worthwhile. Like we can make things a lot cheaper in Nottingham than in London, or not just Nottingham, anywhere in the Midlands. It'd be
yeah.
cheaper than London without ripping anyone off as well. So we're hopeful that something will come off that. But also at the moment it is like getting people to see the correction unit, getting people to talk about it. The actors that worked in it, that a lot of them never acted before, and now they're getting agents, and I'm trying to help them with that. So there is a lot happening, and I'm hopeful next year will be a big step up, and we'll see how it goes. Like basically,
How would you get the budget together for the pilot for the correction unit?
yeah. So I think I'd just write the script. I wouldn't actually shoot it. So I would just have a pilot script,
Mm,
and which I would just write in my own time, and then just use the film as like a sample of, we got the characters there, we've got like the idea there, the execution is there, and it's on a lower budget. So imagine what it could be on a actual miniseries budget, and we'll try and market it to not just like the TV commissioners in America and UK, but also TV commissioners around Europe and even like Asia as well.
yeah.
Like, there is a chance that it could be developed in a series in any of these countries. Like some will have more budget, and some will have a larger budget, some will have a smaller budget, and we'll just see. I think in the right hands, if the right if the correct writer develops the series, I think it could be really powerful and effective and topical. So I think it's a sellable thing, and having a film now that we can refer people to is really, really useful.
Yeah, I agree. It's a great start for sure. Well, do you have any idea of what the budget per episode would be for the TV show, ideally? Maybe not ideally, because ideally is
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
millions, but roughly what you
yeah.
could do it for.
I think it could be done for like if it's on uh rough around the edges scale, like we could just do each episode basically for under 500,000 and then keep it. Yeah, it depends. There's a few options. Like there's obviously the higher scale market where it goes on to a streaming service, which will be a lot of money. And then there's one where it might go on like Taiwanese TV, which will be like a tenth of that. Do you know, like we'll see how it goes. I'm hopeful that someone will pick it up and then like they can develop it and maybe they buy it off our company. Uh, that could be great actually if that happened.
Mm, brilliant. I think
Yeah.
500,000 is pretty good, isn't it? Because it is sci-fi as well. Did you use any
Yeah.
AI in the special effects, or was it just?
Yeah, so none of the visual effects, none of the uh elements of VFX were AI. All of them were done by a guy called Steve Askey, who's a brilliant, like he works like mad hours. And then there was a VFX team of like four in total, and he led the team. The AI, there's a scene in the film, which is in the Red Room, where the AI in the film, played by Bella Ramsey, presents imagery, which is AI. And this is like some people have had an issue with this. I think like the point of it is it's meant to look a bit shite. It's meant to be an AI creating imagery for the kids to use as therapy against these kids. And it's just way off. It's just a disconnect between like what human interaction is and what an AI interaction is. And we were umming and ahhing between like uh, using imagery or not. And my thought behind it was it's an AI. It's trying to connect with humans by using imagery which is generated within minutes. And there's disconnect there. It took because I actually made the images myself, and it took about a week to generate these images to look a certain way. So it wasn't like we banged in a prompt into an AI. It was very specific, and that's just for one scene, which is the intro, like one of the about 20 minutes into the film in a red room. And yeah, other than that, we wouldn't use it. I wouldn't use AI to use in anything other than if it was part of the story. So I think it can justify it, but
Yeah,
some people don't find it.
yeah. It makes sense in that instance, I think. It's scary,
Yeah,
isn't it? People are fearful of it and taking jobs and things like that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a
I
lot.
think it is a lot, and I think there is a place for it, obviously, and there has been a place for it for many years. We're just now seeing it in a more explicit way, but AI has been used in filmmaking for like decades. I think now, yeah, it's the displacement of like human employment essentially,
Yeah,
and how we need to prevent that. Because big producers in Hollywood, they don't give a crap about like how they make budgets smaller. They don't care. Like if they needed to make a budget smaller, they'll start using AI and just make it smaller that way. And I think we need to put some sort of regulation in place to ensure that that doesn't happen. Um, because otherwise, in 5 years' time, you can have the the fifth installment of 28 years later, and instead of making it over 2 years, you can make it over a month, and AI could do everything. But
yeah.
what's the point in that? That's depressing and mundane and like
It'll be
sad,
very
isn't it? Like,
sad. Yeah. It's up to the industry itself to not
yeah,
employ it on that scale.
yeah, big time. And like, that's what I'm trying to say with the correction unit. Like, there's a keynote speech in the film. This the James Lee, the character who created the technology for use in the institution. He has a keynote speech in front of 100 people, and he basically spells out what is going to happen with society moving forward, how we're the big tech people are leading the way, and either get on board or jump off. And that's the way things are being presented now. It's like if you don't get on board, you're going to fall behind. So everyone panics, tries to get on board, and it's not a ride that I want to be on. Like I'd rather just jump off. I don't care what happens with I don't care if anyone thinks I'm falling behind. I think we need to actually revolt against it. And yeah, but that I can talk about that for hours, so I won't do that now. But it is an interesting time.
Yeah, it is. It's the unknown is unnerving, isn't it? But yeah,
Yes,
I agree with your stance. And not jumping on
good.
board, that's how I feel about social media, actually. I'm like, ugh, I'll just jump
Yes.
off.
No, I get it. I get it. I completely get it. And I think dipping in and out as and when you can, just to stay in touch, isn't a bad thing with
Mm.
AI, with social media, with things like that, because we got to know what's coming at us
Yeah,
as
that's true.
people.
You need to know what's going on, so you do have to keep up to date to some extent, don't you?
Yeah,
Mm.
but there's a healthy way to do that at a distance, and I think yeah, that's the best approach. But it sounds like yeah, like you agree that that's the same approach you're taking.
Yeah. I went to see the new Frankenstein film.
Yeah,
Is it just
was it
called
good? I haven't seen it.
Frankenstein? It was awesome. Yeah, it was really good. I saw it at BAFTA screening.
Nice.
Del Toro gave a talk afterwards. There was a panel with lots of other people that worked on the film, and the way he spoke about it was just beautiful and like not employing AI and the costumes he created and the sets and everything. It was brilliant, and you can hear how passionate he is. And you just think if all of that just fell apart and AI created it instead, it would be so sad. It's not the essence of filmmaking, the art behind it, is it?
No,
So,
it's not. And someone like him, if you use him as an example, his vision is so specific and so detailed and so like conscientious and like requires a lot of time to design.
mm,
His because it is so specific to him, an AI can generate his imagery easily because it's so detailed and specific. Like if you put into a prompt, make a short film directed by Guillermo del Toro, make it about this, it will be able to do that. But what AI hasn't taken into account and hasn't produced is like the like sheer like dedication that he would have had for years and years and years to get to this point to create that design in the first place. So an AI could just take his design and derive something from it with ease. And we can't just do that. We can't just like allow that to become like a norm because Guillermo del Toro dedicated so many like years like trying to create something. Like it's just
yeah,
yeah. I haven't seen Frankenstein yet though. I wanna see it.
it's good. It's on Netflix, I think, now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It
And
is. I missed it in the
beautiful.
cinemas. Yeah.
If you listen to some interviews of him talking about it as well and the costume design, it's just amazing. And yeah, you're right. It's accumulation of who you are as a person, the way you've grown up through the years and all the things that you've experienced. Um,
Yeah.
a real vision, the way you interpret it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah. We can't it is, and we can't just like take that for granted and just bang it into like a prompt. Like we just need to revolt against it. But Disney have sold the image rights to Sora to so Sora now can create imagery and use Disney characters. So you can have like Homer Simpson doing Hitler's speech if they wanted, or something ridiculous like that. Like so it's a bit messed up that Disney have decided to do that, but I imagine they know that it's going to happen anyway, so they want to be the first to get in there, I suppose. But But yeah, as creators, we probably and as film watchers and creators, we need to actually challenge it and question why we should even watch this stuff. If it only took like a week to make, that what's the point in watching it?
Yeah.
Um,
I think there'll
but
be a
yeah,
lot of people who care and maybe they won't go and see those films and they will stick to traditional filmmaking. There'll still be a huge um, industry for that. It's
yeah,
down to the individual at the end of the day, isn't it, to make the difference?
yeah, it is. And you're right. I do think that will happen. Like there's examples of it this year with Weapons, with Sinners, and one battle after another. Even though that film cost a lot of money, it did relatively well considering the the film, and like they all were box office hits, and
Mm.
they're all original stories. So it is promising in that sense.
Yeah, they'll be fine. You don't need to worry. Stay
Yeah.
positive.
Yes.
Okay. I will let you go and get on with your day, but this has been awesome, and I feel like I want to say I'm really proud of you. I don't mean to be patronizing,
No,
but it's awesome what you've done. It's like, and it's such a challenge and so difficult, and you're really pulling it off. So, well done. Brilliant.
no, thanks, Amber. Yeah, thanks. Thank you for the support. And like we spoke first, it was about probably it was last year, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was last year.
Yeah.
And we didn't even have the film finished then. So, and I didn't even know if we were going to have it finished. So it is finished now. And yeah, we are proud and like, yeah, thank you for the support. And hopefully I'll speak to you again at the next one.
Yeah. That's a really good way of looking at it. I like looking back and seeing how much you've achieved over time as well. So in that's a short period of time, isn't it? Just a year for you to finish it and have it distributed and doing so well.
Yeah.
Really positive and inspiring and motivational for other people and also hopefully yourself to look back and be like, yeah, look how far I've come. I'm awesome.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know you can do it
Let's
now.
do
You've
it.
learned
Let's
so
do it.
much. Mm.
Yeah, that's it. Let's do it. Yeah, let's bring on the next one and yeah, we'll see how it goes. And hopefully some people that listen to this podcast might be interested in watching the film. Um, but yeah, it's available to rent everywhere, but next year it should be on some sort of streaming service, which I don't know what it will be or when that will be, but I'll find out and I'll let you know.
Yeah. Fantastic. All right. Well, thank
Cool.
you very much. And hopefully we will have you back again in the future talking about another project. Your
Lovely.
next
Yeah, nice to speak to
masterpiece.
you, Amber.
All right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see. Nice to speak to you.
You too. Take care.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye bye.
Hi, listeners. If you want to keep this podcast going, please consider supporting me on Patreon. It's just a couple of pounds a month and it helps cover the production costs and keeps the episodes coming. Plus, you'll get access to bonus content, so podcast episodes that aren't released to the public. You'll also get insider tips on financing and distributing your film. And I also have a voucher code on there from Writer Duet Pro. This is fantastic screenwriting software. I use it myself. It's excellent. So you can go on there and get a discount each month for Writer Duet Pro. So our Patreon page is patreon.com/film finance podcast. I'll read that out again. Patreon.com/film finance podcast. Thank you very much and see you soon. Bye bye.